Hey, Karen, do you live in Greenville?
Oh, Lena? It's been a while. What's with a question out of the blue?
I mean, I saw someone who looked exactly like you near Greenville Station today. She looked nobody else but you.
I did go out today and was at Greenville Station, but...
I knew it! So it was you I saw. How long have you lived in Greenville?
I've lived here since I got married. I like it because it's easy to get around and it's a nice place to live.
Since you got married? So that guy you were walking with today was your husband?
Yeah, that's right. I was out with my husband all day today. If you saw me, then it was my husband who was with me.
Oh, seriously? I only saw him for a distance, but he was so cool. He was tall and very handsome.
Oh, really? He's definitely tall, but I think his face is average. Besides, he's unreliable in many ways.
Is that so? But hey, does it matter if he's good looking? Besides, you're a serious person, Karen. I'm sure your husband is serious too, right?
Well, I think he's serious at heart, but not everything is all happy with him, you know. There's a side of him I'd never seen before marrying him.
Well, that's what marriage is all about, isn't it? Even you aren't perfect. Do you feel sorry for talking about your husband like that?
Yeah, you're right. So, why were you at Greenville Station? Didn't you say you got a job in your hometown, as I recall?
Well, yeah, I did, but I got fired from my job for a reason.
What? Fired? In getting fired from a company, that must have been pretty serious.
Well, don't get hung up on the details. And I was living in my parents' house, but my parents kicked me out. So I did some research on the internet. I found this place on the internet as a cheap and comfortable place to live.
Well, it's true that this area is not that expensive for a convenient place to live. Apartments and condominiums are also quite reasonably priced.
I wonder if that's true. I'm glad I moved here, but I didn't think too much about it when I moved here. So I'm in trouble because it's more expensive than I thought it would be.
Well, it would be tough if you were suddenly fired from your job. If you need any help, you can contact me. If there's anything I can do, I'll help you.
Oh, really? Then, can I ask you a favor now?
What? If it's something I can do...
You can do it, with ease. I want to go to your house sometime soon.
What? My house? I don't mind, but why?
Well, I'm pretty tight on money, so I thought I'd be treated for dinner at your place.
Ah, I see what you mean. I can't cook much, but I'm totally fine. I basically work from home, so you can come on weekdays.
No, I'll go on weekends.
Oh, really? Do you already have a weekday job?
No, my job is still just a part-time job. Your husband went out with you today, so that means he's off from work on weekends, right?
Yeah, well...
So I'll be there on Saturday or Sunday. I want to meet your husband.
You want to meet my husband? I don't think there's anything interesting about meeting him.
No way, because your husband is so handsome. Just meeting him and talking with him would be like a feast for the eyes. That's why I want to meet him and talk with him.
No, that's a little... I'm sure my husband would be puzzled to meet you out of the blue. Can't we do that some other time?
No, why? It's fine. Hey, Karen, we're friends, right? You told me earlier to tell you if there's anything you can do.
That's true, but...
Right? Then it's decided. I'll come visit you next Saturday.
What? Next Saturday?
I can't wait for a delicious meal. Well then, I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
1 week later. Lena, may I have a word?
Oh, Karen. I'm so sorry to have bothered you today. Oh, the food was so good. Karen, you're so good at making pasta.
Thank you. Anyways, isn't there something you want to say to me?
What? Something to say to you? I don't have anything to say.
Then I'll tell you. What was that attitude of yours today?
My attitude? What's up with that? I was just enjoying your house.
Don't play dumb with me. As soon as my husband greeted you, you suddenly started flirting with him. You were talking to him the whole time, totally ignoring my presence, weren't you?
Oh, that. Minor details. Sorry, I didn't think you cared. But I didn't mean to be flirting with him, you know?
What are you talking about? You were sitting right next to my husband on the sofa, and you were touching his body too. Did you think I didn't notice?
Oh, you were looking at me so closely, weren't you? Well, you were always in the kitchen doing stuff. I was hoping you wouldn't find out. But I guess you were watching all the time.
You seemed to be enjoying with such a happy laughter that I couldn't help but watch. So what are you trying to do? I don't think you'd normally treat someone's husband like that.
What? What? Are you jealous?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying it's not normal.
Scary. You don't have to be so angry. Kevin is your husband. You should be more confident.
What's that? Lena, are you making fun of me?
I'm not making fun of you. We've been friends since high school, right? I would never hurt my precious friend.
Then you're wrong about me. I don't feel good when you do that kind of things to me. I was hurt enough during the time you were at my place today. So don't do this anymore.
I can't believe you get hurt over something as small as that. You must have a hard time living your life, huh?
What's that? Don't you usually apologize first when someone feels bad about something you did?
Why do I have to apologize? I just want to be friends with my friend's husband. I don't have anything to feel guilty about.
Don't be silly. It's quite obvious that you have nothing but bad intentions.
Don't be so rude to me. If you're so anxious, let me visit your place again. Then I'll promise I won't do anything like that again.
Absolutely not. Please, don't come visit me again. 2 months later.
Attention, please.
Lena? What is it suddenly?
Today, I have an important announcement to make to you.
An important announcement? If you have something to tell me, can you hurry up?
Actually, I won Kevin's heart.
What? What do you mean, won? I don't understand what you mean.
I literally won his heart. Kevin has fallen in love with me. Now he is mine. He doesn't have feelings for you anymore.
What's that? Does that mean you had an affair with Kevin?
Why are you talking in the past tense? It's still ongoing. Actually, Kevin is at my place right now. He's been home late lately, hasn't he? That's because he's always at my place.
I can't believe it. How can you do such a thing without hesitation?
Because I did it in high school too. It's not that big of a deal.
High school? What are you talking about?
James, who you dated in high school. You were depressed because he suddenly dumped you, right? Actually, it was me who stole your high school boyfriend. And now, I've easily stolen your husband too.
I'm going to take you down if you don't take me seriously.
What? Take me down? Hey, Karen, what are you saying all of a sudden? You don't have the guts.
I've been aware of it for a while. You always look down on me. You've always made fun of me.
Of course! You noticed now? I've been looking down on you for a very long time.
Why are you so...
A boy I liked in high school liked you.
Oh, that's all?
Huh? What do you mean that's all? It was a big deal to me. That's why I stole your boyfriend. I even stole your husband this time. I was so happy to find out that you were around where I moved to. Thanks to you, I got my revenge.
Oh, I see. I was a little worried. That I might have done something to you that made you hold grudge against me for a long time. But now, I feel so much better. I'm convinced that it was Lena who was at fault. Thank you.
Huh? What are you thanking me for? Do you realize that I have your husband now?
I do. You want me to divorce him, right?
Exactly! Kevin wants to get a divorce too. He was lamenting that you might not agree to it. But you seem fine.
Of course. I can't be married to someone who cheats on his wife. I'll leave Kevin to you.
Surprisingly, that went too well. Oh, by the way, that house you're living in right now? I'm going to ask you to move out of there too. You're prepared to do that, right?
A sure thing. I'll be out by the end of the week.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Well, it would be miserable for you to ask your husband not to leave you. There's no way you would do such a thing in front of me, right?
So, are we done talking?
Yep. It's confirmed that Kevin will be mine. I'm done with you now. Now get divorced as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll do that. Well then, I wish you all the best. 1 week later.
Long time no see, Karen. I didn't expect you to really leave in a week. You surprised me and Kevin.
Well, a promise is a promise. So, what do you want?
I just thought I should give you a heads up.
Of what?
Thank you for getting a divorce so quickly. Kevin and I just registered our marriage. Your ex-husband and I are now a married couple.
Enjoy your life in hell.
Huh?
Well then, I hope you can make a living at best. Good luck.
Wait a minute. What was that?
What?
You just said hell. What do you mean life in hell?
I know it's the beginning of your hellish life, so I wished you luck. Was that hard to understand?
What are you talking about? I was able to steal Kevin away from you, whom I hate so much. And on top of that, I even got married to him, you know. How can I live a life in hell?
You just signed the papers, didn't you? It was fine that you took my husband away from me and got married to him yourself. But did you think about what happens after that?
Well, what do you mean by that? I took your husband and this house from you. I'm still ahead of you no matter how you look at it.
Even with 25 years left on the mortgage?
What? Mortgage? 25 years?
That's right. We bought this house 5 years ago with a 30-year loan. And it's in Kevin's name. So he has to keep paying for another 25 years.
No way! This house has that much loan left?
I guess you didn't expect that. You're just a part-timer, so you can't pay it, can you?
I have nothing to do with it. Besides, Kevin will pay off his loan. He works at a good company. He can easily pay off the loan.
Well, it would have been easy up until now.
What? What's with that meaningful tone? What do you mean, up until now?
Huh? You don't know about this yet? Kevin got caught cheating with his colleague and got fired, you know.
What? Cheating? My Kevin?
That's right. And it seems the other party was also married, and her husband is demanding compensation. It sounds like it's turning out to be a complete disaster. You're his wife, and you didn't know about it?
Shut up! Why would I know about such a thing? Kevin having an in-house affair? I thought I was the only one.
I guess not. By the way, as you can probably tell already, I'm going to charge you compensation too.
Huh?
What's wrong? You messed with my husband and drove us to a divorce. I'll charge you around $10,000.
Wait a minute. I told you I was working part-time, didn't I?
Yes, you did. What about it?
There's no way I can pay you $10,000. Don't be silly.
I'm not kidding. Did you really think there would be no repercussions? Are you crazy? The world is not that easy.
Oh no! I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just took your husband away from you. That was supposed to be the end.
How can it end with you being the only one who's happy? I'm an eye for an eye type of person. Too bad for you.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize. I'll even give Kevin back. So please, forgive me.
I don't need that trash anymore. It's non-returnable.
Oh no! What am I going to do?
Well, I'm sure you'll get the bill in a while. You can look forward to it. I then immediately hired a lawyer and asked Lena and my ex-husband for compensation in a lump sum. Since neither of them had enough money to pay in a lump sum, they had to borrow money to pay me back. On top of that, my ex-husband had to pay compensation for the other affair he had. As a result, they are so deep in debt. In the end, they could not pay the mortgage and had to sell the house. They are now living in a one-bedroom apartment together, struggling to make ends meet.